Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those weekly trophy list updates. Today's date is, well, actually, it's either Monday, May 30th or Tuesday, May 31st of 2022. I don't know exactly which day this one is going to go up because I'm planning to have the 501 through 600 video premiere on Monday morning, so that because of that I might end up delaying this video until Tuesday just so I don't have two videos uploading in one day, especially given just how long the update, the 501 through 600 was. I mean, it's like 4.5 hours long. It was 75 gigabytes as a file, which is like the biggest video I've ever uploaded that wasn't, a stream or something. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it because it should be out by the time this video goes up. But anyway, this video will cover my trophy progress for the 7 or 8 days of May 23rd through May 29th or through May 30th of 2022. So there wasn't a ton of progress made this week. I mean, I obtained a couple of platinums because a majority of the week was spent editing that video and working on LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga because, of course, this is a very, very long game. Slowly making progress on it, though, and I wouldn't even say slowly. Like, I'm averaging, probably 40 bricks a night when I play it, and there's only 1,200 in the game. Well, I say only 1,200, that's a lot. But, I mean, I'm slowly making progress through it. So each of these trophies are for the different sectors in the game. I've mentioned that before. So Geonosis, I think, is 100% done. Tatooine, I think I've got all the bricks, but there's still quite a few side quests to do for characters and maybe like a ship or something. Bespin, I haven't even touched. Kraid is maybe halfway done. Hoth is maybe like 3/4 of the way done. Cantonica, Yavin, and Ajin Kloss are almost done. I think Cantonica's done. Yavin has a couple of bricks left, and Ajin Kloss has a couple of bricks left as well. Camino. Oh, I already actually finished Camino. That was the previous time period. But Camino's done. It's actually in a sector all by itself. That's why it's a more common trophy. So then we have Coruscant, Jakku, and Takodana. I want to say Takodana's pretty close to being done. Coruscant is probably like 3/4 of the way there. Jakku is, I haven't made a whole lot of progress on. We got a long way to go there. Kashyyyk and Kijimi are done. Again, Kijimi's the one planet that has like nothing. It doesn't even have anything in space. You can fly to its space, but you can't do anything else there. Dakar is, I think, pretty close to being 100%. Pasana, I think, is pretty close to 100%. Naboo is probably like 80% or something, maybe 75%, something like that. Octo is not really all that close. Endor, I don't even think I've touched. Kef Beer, I don't even think I've touched. And I don't really think I've done anything on Exegol either, so those 4 planets I really haven't done anything yet. Dagobah, I think, is 100% done. Utapau, I'm currently working on. I'm like halfway through it. Mustafar, I don't even think I've touched either. So quite a few planets left to go, plus several capital ships left to take. Then, of course, the True Jedi in every level. I have currently completed everything for the first 4 movies. So every level for the first 4 movies and maybe about half of the ones for Episode 5. So I might get done with the remaining levels by the end of this coming week. It just depends. Like, some days I feel like doing levels. Some days I feel more like just, free roaming and exploring. So that's the same thing with the level challenges. Generally, they're not that hard, but sometimes they do require a little bit more effort or like an extra playthrough to get. Same with the mini kits, even though there's only like 5 per level. So I did earn this trophy this week for fully upgrading a character class. In order to upgrade your character classes, you need to have Kyber bricks. And you also have to have studs. So I have more than enough money right now. Studs are not going to be a problem at all. In fact, I'm actually getting fairly close to the 10 billion. I have like maybe 8.8 billion. So I'll easily hit the 10 billion fairly soon. But I fully upgraded like one of the character classes. You have to fully upgrade all of them. I have also fully upgraded like the overall character tree, which is like a little sort of mini skill tree where you can buy specific options that you want. That one's done, and 1 or 2 of the actual character classes are done, but the rest of them are not done yet. The data cards are collectible across the worlds. Again, they're the replacement of the red bricks. The Kyber bricks, I'm actually getting fairly close to 1,000 because I have either like 850 or 900. I think I have a little over 900 at this point because I'm at around 75% completion. Then all the characters, I'm at around 300, and there's about 380. The events, of course, this is basically the 100% trophy. I don't know if this one is now going to be a little bit more difficult because they have added in 4 or 5 new ships that you can take over that have gameplay with, taking them over and with finding kyber bricks within the ships. So I don't know if this one actually takes longer now because I don't know if those new ships actually count toward it. I'll do them regardless just to have it look like a full, true 100%. But like I said, I don't know if it's changed or not. I've done a lot of the races and like other challenges and stuff, but still not done with that yet. Still need to go do this one. I assume that this is done on wherever the cantina is, which I think is on Mos Eisley on Tatooine, but I'm not entirely sure. Again, I wish that this one had a tracker to it so I'd know exactly what progress I've made. I'll probably need to look at a guide for that one, though, because it is, I probably haven't been riding a whole lot of animals. The 10 billion studs, like I said, I'm at like 8.8 or 8.9 billion, so that's not a problem. I'll have that soon enough. Then, let's see. Getting very close to doing all the disguises. I've created over 20 of them. I've been focusing on working on this one whenever I get the chance because normally the disguises are kind of useless when you're in free play because you can just switch over to an evil character for certain actions. But I'm, almost done with this. Should be able to have it done this coming week. And then the faulty droid missions on Tatooine. I don't know specifically what these are. I mean, I know that they're on Tatooine. I think it's like a side mission sort of quest line. Like there's multiple of them in a row from the same character. I think it's how you unlock some more characters. So I'm sure that I've made at least a little bit of progress on that. The Gonk Droid escort missions, there's usually like one on each planet or one on each, like every other planet. So we're making progress on that, but it'll be done along the way, as will this one with completing all the events in the game. And currently that is it for this game. There hasn't been any DLC yet, but we know for a fact that there will be trophy-related DLC. I'm a little bit surprised that they wouldn't have just like a 5-trophy DLC for those new ships that they added in. I wouldn't have minded that because it's something I was going to do anyway, and it wouldn't be really all that difficult. So I earned 2 platinum trophies this week, both in fairly quick, easy games. So the first one was Rally Racing. This is the North American PS5 version, because for the life of me, I cannot find the PS4 version in the store. I might have to just like look on my laptop or something and see if I can find it, look on the store on my computer, because I cannot find it even through the search feature on the PS5. So I don't know if I'm just stupid or if I'm just missing something, but I swear I can't find it. So for now, I'm only doing the North American PS5 version because it's the only one I can find. So for the Platinum Trophy, you don't even really have to do anything. All you have to do is complete a grand total of 13 laps. So this is a racing game. It is a very, very poorly made racing game, but it is a racing game. You're racing little, like, almost toy car looking things around a track against, like, 3 opponents. There's maybe 2 or 3 different cars you can pick between, and there's only 2 tracks, which is really bad given the game is like $7, which is just completely absurd of a price for how little content you get. And the fact that it's obviously not a very good game because you'll just like go flying off in wonky directions just from like touching the ground in a certain way. It's weird. It's not a well-made game at all, but at least the Platinum Trophy is easy. It took me about 13 minutes to get. You could certainly do it a little bit faster if you don't crash that much and you go into it knowing what to expect. So the best way to get all the trophies is just to play the first of the 2 tracks because it's shorter. It's 3 laps long per race, and you can finish each race in 2 to 2.5 minutes. So each lap usually takes around maybe 40 to 45 seconds unless you're crashing into stuff a lot or flipping over a lot. You don't actually have to win any races, which is good. I mean, it's not like it's really all that difficult. I won all 3 of the 4 full races I had to do on that first track because you have to complete 4 full races to get 12 laps and then 1 additional lap on either track after that. So, I mean, it's a very quick, easy platinum. Just, I would highly recommend wait till this one goes on sale. That's the only reason I bought this, was because it was on sale, and because I didn't know if I was going to get another platinum trophy done this past week, so I just wanted to make sure I got at least one. But that was actually not really important, because I did end up getting a platinum trophy in another game this week, that being Chess Knights Viking Lands. This is the third game in that Chess Knights series. I don't know if it's the third one to be released, but it's the only one I didn't have done, so now I've actually finished that whole series, which I guess I can be proud of, because it's not the easiest series in the world. It does take some effort, even just following a guide. It definitely takes a little bit of effort. And, I mean, the games aren't as short as a lot of the quick, easy platinums of today. It's certainly not a difficult platinum, especially if you're following a guide. This one in particular, I felt like was a little bit easier than Shinobi. Maybe, like, not as easy, though, as Retreat. But I felt like it was a little bit easier than Shinobi. Maybe it's because the guide was really good. It wasn't a normal person for a guide. It was some channel I had never heard of, but they did a very good job with their guide. It's a two-parter, so it's like 66-ish minutes total of videos, but you're going to end up taking a lot longer than that, because you're going to have to pause constantly or watch it at a slower speed so that you don't miss any moves. So this is just like the others, where you play as a knight on a chessboard setting, and you have to move the knight in a specific way in order to not get it taken out by other pieces, though oftentimes you're going to have multiple knights on a single level, so you have to sacrifice some of them to some of the enemies to be able to move around. For the Platinum Trophy, though, this one's actually pretty simple. It doesn't have any miscellaneous stuff to do. The first 12 trophies, so everything through here, through this, The Last King, everything through there will be unlocked purely just by completing the game's 40 story levels. So there's 40 story levels, and that'll get you 12 trophies, and the remaining 4 trophies will come from completing the game's 20 bonus levels. So those are like the Lost Ones levels, I believe is what they're called. I do give them credit for this particular trophy name. That was a good one. That was a good one. Give you credit for that. That exact same trophy name better appear in God of War Ragnarok, because that's like one of the most iconic quotes from the game. But there's no other trophies with anything like really interesting about their name or picture or anything like that. But yeah, basically just complete the 40 story levels and the 20 bonus Lost Ones levels, whatever you want to call them, secret levels, bonus levels, etc. And you will have your Platinum Trophy. I will say that PSN Profiles has said certain things about this game being kind of buggy, like with certain levels not being accessible to players, or maybe the game crashing on them. I didn't run into any issues with this one, except for on the final set of Lost Ones levels, it booted me to the main menu after each level that I completed. So I just had to go back into that section of the menu and select the next level that I want to play. So that did happen to me, but for the most part, I mean, I didn't really run into any other like major bugs or anything. But I guess I will say that you might want to be just a little bit careful with this one if you are going to be doing all 3 of these games, because this one is, like I said, can be a little bit buggier according to certain people on like PSN Profiles. Again, I didn't really run into any problems, but I guess just keep that in mind if you want to go for this one. As you can see, the Platinum Trophy for this one is quite a bit rarer. It's only like a 55% or something on PSN Profiles, so it's much rarer than some of the other easy Platinum games out there. My suspicion is that it's rarer because there isn't as much in the way of having guides for it, because like I said, there was only like one guide I could find for it, and for the fact that this one, I'm pretty sure, is the longest of the 3 Chess Knights games. I feel like it took the longest for me to get through, not just because, you know, as you can see, I started the game at like 4:15 and didn't finish until 10:30 because I had other stuff to do and got distracted several times and all that kind of stuff. But I think it did just was a little bit longer of a game overall, but maybe that was just me. But it is a rarer platinum than the other 2, so I guess that's a good thing. So let's go ahead and sync up our trophies. Level 783, 38%, 23,435 total trophies, 621 platinums, 3,907 golds, 6,236 silvers, 12,671 bronzes. Plans for the upcoming week is, of course, to continue on more and more with LEGO Star Wars. I actually should be able to get pretty close to having the platinum by the end of this week if I'm only about 300 Kyber bricks away. Like I said, I've got about half of the story left, so like 4.5 movies left to finish, and then a good number of planets as well. But I am making progress. If I can go, 40-ish bricks per night, then I will be getting pretty close by the end of the week, but we'll have to see. Otherwise, for the last few days of May and then June, we have Ghost of Tsushima, which is the next sort of old game that I want to go back and clean up, along with The Division. I am in a boosting group for it, and we are starting to talk just a little bit. But I did go back to the game and played a couple rounds of survival. It's just as horrific and unfair as it used to be. So I feel more and more like I'm never actually going to be able to do it unless I can get a carry from someone out there. So if there's anyone out there that is willing to carry me that's listening to this video, I will literally pay you to get me through this crap because I am so sick of that game. It is just the one game that I can't continue to be bothered with going back for because it's so just painful and disheartening when you go for like half an hour through it and it seems like you're doing good, and then suddenly 20 elite enemies just spawn in right behind you. Well, not elite, whatever the purple tiers are, but just enemies will spawn in behind you and in front of you at the same time, and they all have way better gear, and you die in like 2 hits. It's just awful. I don't know how I'm ever going to do it or if I'm ever going to be able to do it. But then for July, we have Black Ops 3 and GTA 5, which are probably going to take, more than a month to do. With GTA 5, though, for now at least, I only plan to do the Heist DLC and everything from the Doomsday Heist except for the Criminal Mastermind and Elite challenges, because everything else really isn't that hard. It's going to take a little bit of time, but as long as I can find a group for it, it's not really that difficult. It's just a little bit time-consuming. It's just those last 2 trophies that I'm not sure about ever being able to get those done either. So there may end up being several more incomplete games on my profile one day just because I can't be bothered to go back and finish them because they're so annoying. But we'll have to see. Black Ops 3, I have every intention to finish to 100% because I'm pretty sure I can do it. So I will be going back to work on that in the next couple of months and, hopefully be able to get through all of that. Maybe stream some stuff from that. Should be interesting. August, The Division 2 and Dead Island Riptide. I've gotten so pissed off from the first Division, it makes me less enticed to go back and do The Division 2 because that's another, 40 to 50 hour platinum. It's not a particularly hard platinum, and most of the DLC isn't that hard. But some of the DLC I haven't seen like guides for or anything, so I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of concerned about some of that. Dead Island Riptide obviously is an easy platinum. I'm not worried about that one. It's just that it has co-op trophies, so I'd rather get it done sooner than later. And then there's also a few other games that have online stuff. Like I think there's like Tiny Tina's One Shot Wonderlands. I have that on PS4 that I gotta do at some point. And then, of course, September through December, COD Classic, Shadow of the Colossus, the rest of Uncharted 3, Conan Exiles. I may end up doing that one earlier, though, because I think that the DLC is currently on sale, and it's not usually on sale. It's like $5 cheaper, so maybe. The Outer Worlds, again, that's one I just need to be able to sit down for like a month to play in a row and just, grind it out and, be able to learn the game and the world and the mechanics and not forget about them or anything. And then just other old games as well. So that is my plans for this upcoming week, and I think that is going to be it for this video. So if you guys please like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell if you haven't already. The schedule for this week should be pretty normal, aside from possibly this video going up on Tuesday because of the 501 through 600 going up on Monday. I'm actually not off of work on Monday, so it's going to be a pretty normal, work week for me. There should be, at least one stream this coming weekend. Maybe I can get myself to finish that COD Vanguard handgun-only run this coming week, because I only have like 2 missions left of it, and I'd probably just stream it on a weeknight and just knock it out in hopefully about an hour or so, because I'm just kind of ready to be done with that. I'm cutting back a lot on challenge runs because they don't really do as well nowadays as they were like during the pandemic and all, during the main parts of it. So probably going to be fewer of them in the future as I focus more on doing trophy streams that tend to be more popular, that tend to be more well received by you guys. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video. That's my schedule for the upcoming week, my plans trophy-wise and such. So that's going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys back here this week for some more content.